Welcome to the World According to with your host John Solo. Shall we begin?
What up, world? It's your man John Solo, the world according to. So, the president is threatening to use a probably never used constitutional amendment. It's really not used to basically shut down the Congress and Senate so he alone can run the country. Now, I remember back when Obama was getting out of office, everybody was talking about, well, he can call martial law and, stay in office as long as he wants, or he can call this amendment, that amendment, stay in office as long as he wants. The man left with grace and class and style. But you have a reality star who can't keep a business afloat, about to shut down the Senate and Congress, the institutions that we put in place as Americans to do balance and checks on the president to make sure that he did not have total power. That is a dictatorship, a totalitarianship, however you want to look at it. It is complete and utter control in one man's hands. There's a king, an emperor. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Like said, we don't do that here. But you still have people out here who are saying Donald Trump is the best president ever. He's got the economy, blah, 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 this and that. I need you to look back a little bit. And you might not like it, but President Barack Obama put these things in place starting in 2014. Go do the research. I implore you, please go do the research. 2016, he solidified a lot of things that are now making this economy great as of Donald Trump's entrance into the White House. There are only two presidents in the history of presidents who have lowered our deficit and put us actually in the black and not the red. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. I respect the office of the presidency. It's inbred in me. I grew up in a military family. I am ex-military. But to see a man who, let's just call it what it is. He's a reality star. He likes the attention. He likes the forefront. But he's filed bankruptcy more times than a lot of people in real life. The man literally backtracked on words that he said and said, no. You condemn China now. But in February and January, you were praising China of how quickly they were working, how transparent they were, how forthcoming President Xi was. Now you're trying to stop funding to the World Health Organization, not the United States Health Organization, not Health and Human Services, the World Health Organization. Because you fucked up. January 27th, 2 days before my birthday, Kobe Bryant lost his life. In certain papers, if you look just to the left, you will see that since January, the United States has been scrambling to cover the COVID-19 virus. Now what I want you to do is go back through every paper from February 4th through March 1st. COVID made front page news in January. After March 1st, it became front page news again. But you're letting this president tell you that it's not a big deal, we'll get over it quick, to this may be a pandemic, to this is a pandemic, to if 100,000 people die, we've done well. Me personally, I was sick as a dog. Fever over 101, sweating, coughing, couldn't keep anything down, dry mouth, trouble breathing, everything like that in January. Stop letting this president fool you or scare you into believing that what he says is the gospel. I've been through that. I lived through that. Reaganomics, war on drugs, everything from the 80s on, every pandemic, every world crisis, and everything like that, because the government wants you to believe that if you didn't do these certain things that would help them out, you're going to die. President Trump wants people to go and vote, even if they have the coronavirus. He wants to open up the country. Now, granted, I've said many times, this is a influenza on steroids, a flu on steroids, and it is. And just like when my children get a cold, I keep them away from me, but we're still in the house. But I come in as little contact with them as I can, other than feeding them, make sure they're taken care of. I'm sitting outside right now. There's no one around me. There's no one near me. I'm on the other side of walls, doors, and windows. I work from home. But please, people, do the research. Go back and watch the video again if you have to. Do the research. Don't just believe what this man is telling you. He is about ready to become a totalitarian, a dictator, a king, an emperor. And I'm sorry. I will lead the rebel rebellion. I will not have a king. I will not have a dictator. I will not have an emperor. Someone who tells me what I'm going to do. That's not why America was founded. That's not what America is founded on. And even with that statement, America was stolen. But our core principles are good and true. We just should have held to those core principles from the very beginning. It's your man John Solo, The World According To. I'm out.